Hi traders, hope you had a great trading week. I'm on the Aussie Yen daily chart, got my monthly, weekly, day support and resistance levels all drawn in. They're referenced in the description below. I'll just discuss the ones closest to price action. Now the Aussie Yen declined nicely last week, moving below the 90.51 monthly support level here. Now we are rather overextended. Yes, we could simply just trade down. If we just simply trade down, the major level of support to watch at the moment for support is 87.01. And we may well rally back up from that level. However, being so overextended in the short term, don't be surprised to see a rally back, and a rally back up to maybe the 90 level, up to 90.22. We could get a corrective rally next week to that level before then a continued move down. So it is selling off very strongly, but we may well get a corrective rally first of all before a continued move down, targeting the 87.01 weekly support level. Alright traders, moving on to the Aussie dollar. Now we broke below the 66.29 weekly support level last week and we are holding there now. We may see a further test of that level, so watch that level once more for resistance if we get a further test. Can we move down next week to break below 65.47 day support and challenge the 6,500 level next week? Very weak at the moment, the Aussie. If we do get a rally, we could get a higher rally up to 66.94 if we get a significant rally, but at the moment 66.29 is clear resistance for a move down to challenge the 6,500 level next week. Alright traders, moving on to the Euro Yen. Now we move back below this monthly level of support, 144.26, and day support at 144.15. So turning into a downtrend, do we see a rally back up to that area this week? So 144.00 to 144.26. Does that become resistance now for a move down to challenge day support at 142.82? And yes, can we move below that level next week? Okay, on to euro dollar. Highly volatile last week. We moved down when Fed Chair Powell testified, moved back up when the US job figures came out. So we're kind of stuck between day support 105.33 and day resistance up here at 106.91, and we're pretty much closing at monthly supports from back in time. So very range bound, but have we already failed up here to move back down the range? So we could revisit that area. So first of all, we could revisit here for then a further failure, but are we moving down to retest the bottom of the range? Alright, so range bound. Can we move back down the range? Can we actually follow through below support? Don't forget last month we had a very negative month down. Can we continue that trend down in the month of March? So range bound. Are we failing at the top to move back down to the bottom of support there at 105.33? Alright traders, moving on to the pound yen. Bit difficult to determine, but we've got weekly resistance here and weekly support here, so it's actually trapped in that area at the moment. And this move down here I think may be the trend, and this may all be corrective. So within the range that I've just marked in here, we may well see a retest to the top of the range. We may come back up to 163.03. Does that hold as resistance? For then a move back down to challenge weekly support. And can we break below that level next week? Alright, we tried to move higher Friday. We had the Bank of Japan policy statement, job figures, but ultimately we couldn't hold above 163.03. So can that be resistance during the week for a further failure to move down to challenge weekly support, and can we move through that level? Alright traders, moving on to the pound dollar, last pair to review for the weekend. Now did actually finish down for the week, even though it looks like it finished positive for the week, and we did try to move above Friday, above this resistance level, day resistance at 120.65. Pretty much failed at the 120.100 level. So you can see where I've drawn in the range at the moment. Are we going to hold to that range and maybe continue to move down? So have we failed up here? So we might see a further test of 120.65 at the start of the week, even the 120-100 level. But do we hold at the top of the range there for a movement back down to challenge the bottom of the range at 118.41? And do we continue in line with February's downtrend? And can we move down and through? At the moment, price may well stay range bound. Do we fail once more at the top of that range to move down to the bottom of the range? Okay traders, that's my analysis for today. If you want to keep up to date with my analysis, simply subscribe to the channel. I look forward to seeing you next time. Now if you'd like to follow my Forex trading analysis throughout the week, why not subscribe to the ACY Securities live interactive trading feed Telegram channel. Simply contact Nathan Bray at acy.com to get access.